Hi, I'm Kim, and I've been volunteering as a pantry assistant for the Salvation Army since February of 2019.
My name is Gregory. I have been volunteering with the Salvation Army for several months now. I started in January of this year.
Hi, my name is Mary Ann Kylan, and I'm a volunteer for the Salvation Army.
Hi, I'm Candy, and I'm here today to share about volunteering for the Salvation Army.
Volunteering that I'm doing is just very is stimulating and helpful to me. I was kind of wandering around until I found the volunteer program, and it has kicked a little something into my life.
My volunteering for the Salvation Army actually began, my story began several years ago. I began to hear God just speaking to me about serving the least of these, which was sort of way different than the life that I was leading at that point in time.
The Salvation Army just seemed to be a kind of a good fit for what I wanted to do in terms of how much time I would have available to participate and how I was able to facilitate, the things that I wanted to do.
I got interested in volunteering when I became a believer when I was 30. I understood from learning about Jesus that we need to help each other, especially the needy. And so Salvation Army seemed like a good fit. They have a lot of integrity and a good reputation, and I thought that that would be the perfect place to volunteer.
Over time, over the years, that call became louder and more frequent, and as that was happening, my eyes were also being opened to the statistics on food insecurity in our nation. It's crazy to me that 1 in 6 kids in Michigan don't know where their next meal is going to come from, and that breaks my heart. And I was a psychology major in college, and so I knew that our most basic needs for food and water, if they're not met, then they can prevent us from feeling things like love and belonging and safety and security. And so kids can't really realize their full potential if they're not being fed. And so as this process was happening, I just felt like God was leading me more into a volunteer capacity, more into serving those who have food insecurity.
My favorite part is getting set up and ready for the clients to show up. I say that from the standpoint that when growing up, my parents were in the grocery business, okay? And so when I come in to set up, I find myself straightening up the shelves, turning all the cans so that the labels are facing out. Things that I learned when I was growing up.
As a retired person, I'm 71, and I want to do more than just sit and watch soap operas.
I think if we have something to look forward to in our life, it lengthens our life. And if people only knew about that, how rewarding it is to be able to give back to something.
As a volunteer, it's a really gratifying experience because I know that I'm helping them put food on the table. But it's also a really humbling experience because I'm very fortunate that I come from a background where, I never had to worry about stuff like that. And my eyes have just been really open to the poverty and the needs, and it just makes me want to do more.